Welcome back to the Face Off Sports Network news desk. I'm Anthony Servino reporting that there is significant news about Los Angeles Rams all-pro wide receiver Cooper Kupp and his ailing hamstring injury. This is per NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. He is reporting that Kupp will visit with a noted body specialist in Minnesota on Saturday. That means today, to quote, better understand his hamstring issue. Now, Kupp reportedly suffered a setback with the hamstring injury during a practice last week. He wants to see a specialist to attempt to understand what is going on and how to rehab the issue so he can get back on the football field. Now, the Rams are listing Cooper Kupp day to day. However, Ian Rappaport also suggests that the Rams could be cautious with Cooper Kupp in week one, saying that exercising caution for week one is the likely outcome. It is a long season, and putting him on the field early at less than 100% does not help anyone. That is what Ian Rappaport tweeted just about 4 hours before recording this video. Cooper Kupp is already regressing in terms of price point in our fantasy drafts. Now hearing about this report about seeing a specialist and that he could potentially miss week one and he might not return until he's 100%, and we don't know when that will be. It would not surprise me at all if we begin to see Cooper Kupp falling to the second round. And depending on who you draft with and how significant this injury is, it would not surprise me to see Cooper Kupp fall to the back of the second round, potentially even the early third round in 12-team fantasy football leagues. It does sound crazy, but if we get a follow-up report saying that this hamstring injury could linger throughout the season, people will fade Cooper Kupp. And there is reason. There are a few factors why I'm out on Cooper Kupp. Number one, he is 30 years old. Number two, the injuries are beginning to creep up to Cooper Kupp. Now, last year when he was on the field, he was sensational. Wide receiver 1 of fantasy points per game. Only played 9 games, but we know that he was still the focal point of the offense. However, there's also another injury concern with another player I'm worried about, and that is Matthew Stafford. How healthy will Matthew Stafford be after taking a few hits during NFL games? We know the back injury has become a recurring issue for Matthew Stafford. He could be potentially knocked out at any time. And without Matthew Stafford, I am worried about the overall success rate of Cooper Kupp. When Cooper Kupp had Jared Goff, sure, he flashed, but he did not emerge as one of fantasy football's best wide receivers until he inherited Matthew Stafford. Now there's that scenario hanging over our heads that, hey, what if Stafford's out by week 8? What are we going to get out of Cooper Kupp? Because Cooper Kupp, folks, he's not Tyreek Hill. What I mean by that, Tyreek Hill, we've seen time and time again, he's quarterback proof. He's gone for 140 plus yards receiving with 4 or 5 different quarterbacks, including guys like Matt Moore, Alex Smith, and Tua. It wasn't just Patrick Mahomes. We know Tyreek Hill is special enough to be quarterback proof. However, I don't see the same with a 30-year-old Cooper Kupp who didn't begin to pop until he got Matthew Stafford. Between Stafford, the lingering injuries, and the potential of this hamstring injury getting even worse, I am fading Cooper Kupp until the third round. If Cooper Kupp falls to me in the third round, sure, I will take my shots. But I am not touching Cooper Kupp in the first 2 rounds. There is way too much risk. If you miss on a first or a second round pick, you could be putting yourself way behind for the duration of the fantasy football year. I'm Anthony Servino. This is the FF Face Off. We'll see you next time.